Okay, so this is Chloe Joyce with thought question number 3, and I'm doing teens and sex, which is gonna be just kind of like the sex and relationships, I guess. I read it over and it looks like some of the questions are the same. Are teenagers ready for sex psychologically? Why or why not? Okay, I think that kind of has to do with each individual person, because some people will mature a lot faster than others, but generally on average I would not say so. But where the teenager ends, I would consider like maybe 17, maybe 18 is ready. And I only think that because like almost everyone I know has lost their virginity before they were 18, and they seem just as normal as everyone else I've met. So, how do you define sex? We did this awkward type of questions in class as well, and I said it was penetration of either with, God, I don't want to say this again, penetration of with the penis into the vagina or the ass. And for like lesbians, they just count. It counts as losing your virginity. Yeah, I don't count oral sex as losing your virginity, nor do I. Yeah, just no. What does virginity mean? Virginity means, to me, just your first time having sex. Yeah. How common was sex at your high school? Well, I went to 2 high schools, one of which was the First Academy, which is a private Christian institution, and sex was unheard of, and so was holding hands. The next school I went to was Cornerstone Charter, which is a public school. Sex was every day. Sex was even at school. People, you aren't virgin there. That's not a thing. Virgins don't happen. What is virgin? Is virginity still something cherished? Why or why not? In society today, I think it's not cherished by a high majority of people, but I still think there are some people out there that cherish it a lot. And that's just due to the fact that all the influences of either society, social media, previous generations, it's become so talked about that no one really cares about its value anymore. At least that's my opinion on it. When should sex education be implemented and why? Okay, so I went to a private Christian school in elementary as well, which was a different school altogether. And they started doing it in 5th grade. And at that point, no one really knew, like, it was so, like, people would be like, oh my gosh, we're gonna talk about it. It's like, it just makes a game out of it. I don't think anyone ever, like, really listen when you're in 5th grade. They're all like, oh my gosh, boobs? What are boobs? Cooties! It's like, God damn it. I think it should be implemented around 7th grade, 8th grade. Even though, like, I would say 9th grade, but there's people doing it in middle school, which is just wrong. But there is. What should or should not be included in sex education and why? Well, you see a lot of videos of people doing, like, the teachers doing sex education up on a desk with a dildo. And I'm just like, well, that's not okay. That's not chill. Banana with the condom, that's completely fine. I've seen several videos where people are up on a desk, like, on their backs, explaining how to with a dildo. Not actually inserting it, but, like, just positions and stuff, and that's how to have sex. That's not sex education on, like, worries. That's just wrong. I believe STDs of all forms should be included. Still the how-to condom with banana, not a dildo, because that's just wrong and weird, and who's used that. And just explaining, I would explain the different type of sex, like oral, penetration, other kind of stuffs. But yeah. Is teen sexting a problem? Why or why not? Yeah. Huge problem. It's a huge problem for every, like, not even teens, like, preteens and stuff. Because there's, like, so many apps where you could just go on, make an account, and be in a chat room full of thousands of other horny people that are just, like, hitting you up every second because there's so many people in the chat room and they're all talking to you and be like, yo, you want this dick? And it's like, what the fuck is going on? That person could be a 48-year-old man or it could be an 11-year-old chick and not be this 18-year-old beauty that they found the picture of on Google. It's just so wrong. And of course, it's not like video or stuff anyway, so you're just chatting, which is really wrong. And kids, like, I don't want to gender classify, but right, like, teenage boys, they're like horny little fucks, and they're going, instead of like secretly masturbating somewhere, they'll like get on these apps all the time and pretend to be like the boss, 19-year-old rocking it, and try to chat with all these girls. It's just so wrong. Did your parents give you the talk? If yes, how did it go? Okay, so my parents are divorced and have been since I was 3 years old. My mom is a Southern Baptist Christian Republican, damn it. And my dad is a pothead Democrat who lives in, I don't know. It's really bad. So my dad's always been like the fun parent, and he's been talking about like, yo, sex is fine as long as you have condoms and you like do it under the comfort of my household. So I know you ain't going out and making a mess of yourself. I'll supply you with condoms when you're 16. And he's always talked about his sex life since I was like 8, and it's been really gross and bad. But yeah, and then my mom's like, not till marriage. Sex isn't a thing. You don't need to know what sex is. You don't, because you never need to be around anything that's going to talk about sex, because you're never allowed to go hang out with friends or go to parties. That's against the law. So you're never even going to hear about sex. So I've been raised in 2 very different circumstances with that. So yeah, I think those both went very awkwardly. Like when I told my mom I knew about sex, because my dad had told me and other stuff. But yeah, so that's that. Bye.